Hey creative friends, it's Gwen. I'm back in the studio today with another scrapbooking process video. Today's share is a springtime layout. I'm using Pink Fresh Studio supplies and the brand new Cut of the Month exclusive design from Cut to You. Today I want to share some ideas with you on how you can save time with your scrapbooking. I know we are all super short on time, so I have some ideas that will help with that. First things first, let's get started on the layout. This is a collection from deep in my stash and I don't actually have any full sheets left. So no 12 by 12 pages to create my border. So I'm going to hack it. I was able to get out two of these rectangular pieces. They're about 10 inches, 10 and 11 inches. And I'm going to position those in each of the corners. And then I'm going to just find some more strips of that same pattern paper and layer them up. Look, it's not perfect, but what you'll see here in a minute, when I do add my background paper over the top, it does give a very similar look to my usual process for creating a frame on the layout. It's a really good way to use up some of those really skinny paper strips that you might have, because I could have actually done these smaller sections all the way around the edge. That would have worked as well. And if you are looking for a full video on how I go about creating a frame for my layouts, I do have one of those. I'll leave it in the description box below. Okay, so I am going to be working with that pretty peach background. I love that it has a bit of a geometric feel to it and it's a bit basket-like, which brings me to this month's exclusive design, and it is this beautiful floral Easter basket. I have gone ahead and backed it off camera, and if you're not sure what I'm talking about, Cut to You is my digital cut file store, and I have a little membership. It's only a couple of dollars a month, and you get this exclusive design that is only for members, and I do a tutorial for you every month as well, so you know exactly what you can do with the design. The tutorials will allow you to use the supplies you have, and they really help you to create a layout really fast. You may have heard that having a sketch or a layout template really helps speed the creating process. Well, kind of feel like this is that, but more. You get the cut file, which you can use on as many personal pages of yours as you wish. And then too, you get the tutorial. So you can use the supplies in your stash and you can make a similar page to mine, or you can do your own thing. So many of the ladies have been able to really use up their stash and get pages done more quickly just by being part of the membership. I'll leave a link in the description box below. So as I've been chatting about that, you can see that the bones of the layout are in place. The cut file is doing a lot of work for us in this design. It is filling out the page nicely. So once you've taken the time to back it, there's not going to be a lot of extra work to do, and that really saves time. It's also really allowed me to use up a lot of the leftover bits of this collection. As I mentioned earlier, it is deep in my stash. I've had it a while and there's not an abundance of things left. My photo is 2 by 3. A 4 by 4 square one could also work, and there is the option to, of course, cut the basket a little bit smaller. I really wanted it to be a feature on this layout, so I have cut it nice and large. I find too that if I batch some of my scrapbooking process, that can help things go a little bit more quickly as well. So for example, I will binge cut out a bunch of cut file designs. If I'm going to take the time to set up my silhouette cameo, I like to make the most of it. So I will binge cut out a lot of designs all at that one time. It's not a super creative part of making a layout, so it's nice to get that sort of job done in advance. I will also batch print my photos. Same principle. I don't want to spend the time setting up my Canon selfie and then not make use of that time. While I'm in the mood for looking for photos, scrolling through images on my phone and such, I'd rather get a bunch done all at that one time. That way, when I am feeling really creative and I just want to start making something, I already have those jobs done. So back to the layout, I have positioned my photo and my cut file. The cut file here is raised up on foam and the photo is flat to the background. And then I just want to add in a couple of little embellishments. I have gone with the title that says Sparkle. I thought that fit the photo of my daughter dressed as Tinkerbell very nicely. I know I called this an Easter basket earlier, but it doesn't have to be just for Easter. I can imagine this one backed in Christmas papers and used on a Christmas themed layout. In terms of the design for the page, I do want to keep it nice and simple. It's really just going to have your eye flow from the top left corner to the bottom right hand corner. Naturally, your eye is going to be drawn to looking at the person in the layout, so the person in the photograph. And then, just by nature, we read left to right. So our eye wants to travel left to right, just subconsciously. So I really am just going with the flow of that for this page. And that's also why I decided to pop the title more towards the right-hand side of the layout than the left. Of course, we do need some embellishment clusters. So I am going to create one above the photo here. I did have a little bit of trouble sort of deciding on the elements in that one. There was a sticker that was auditioned, it was put in, it was taken out, it was put in, it was taken out. It was a bit of fussing up there, but I love how it turned out. I also added in just a small element to the left of the photo. And yes, things are getting serious because I am gluing stuff down. The rest of the embellishments flow from the bottom right-hand corner of the photo across to the title. So just going with that natural flow that the eye will travel along as it looks over the page. I am always very mindful of that when designing my pages, and I do like to chat about that on the channel. So if you're new, welcome, hello. I would love it if you would subscribe to see more videos just like this one. If you love paper projects, we're going to be best friends. It's at this point in the layout that I'm focused on the balance of colors and adding in the smaller, more finishing details. If you were thinking about the layout as a cake, I'm looking at this stage at icing and sprinkles. Generally speaking, I do work largest elements to smallest, and I did find these super cute, puffy, flower-shaped kind of icons, and I'm going to use those to help add the extra little detail to the page, but also balance out the colors that I have going on. Here you can see all of the beautiful details close up. Thank you so much for being here, my creative friends. If you like the way that I scrapbook or the way that I chat about the way that I scrapbook, I would love it if you give this video a thumbs up. If you're looking for even more springtime inspiration, be sure to check out this video right here, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, bye!